I'm here to deliver somebody from the chains of failure. It's a good time to sit tight and pay attention. I have less than an hour to be out of here. I have less than an hour. I'm talking on the failure disease. The disease called failure. I've come to discover that COVID-19 is not the only deadly disease. I've come to discover that HIV/AIDS is not the only killer disease. There's a terrible disease that is ravaging, that has ravaged more of humanity than any other medical condition you could refer to. Failure. You see, there are phases in life. I just trust God to help me open your eye today. If you understand that all of us are on transit, if you understand that everybody has a season of existence, you won't joke with your season of existence. When you understand that your time is limited on this phase of eternity, some of us, the reason we are joking is because we do not understand that we are on transit. Permit me to remind you there are phases in life. The first phase in life is the learning and preparation phase. You are born, you begin to learn to talk, you learn to walk, you are taught everything that you know. At this phase in life, you are a product of the decisions of the people around you. They decide what you eat, they decide what you wear, they decide the school you attend. You have no say because you are still at the preparation phase. You are a product of other people's decisions at this stage, at this phase. That's why you are called a baby. But you see, like I said, we're all on transit. Nobody remains at this phase for life. So, you move to the next phase, and that is the productive phase of life. At this phase, you are no longer depending on the decision of others. You begin to make your decisions. You decide when you go to bed, you decide when you wake up. You decide what food to eat, you decide what food not to eat. You decide what friends to keep, you decide what not friends to keep. It is your productive phase of life. That is when decisions and choices are made at this phase. They say when you are a baby, you look like the decisions of your parents. And then guess what? At this phase, of course, you don't remain here forever. You move on to the next phase. And that is the rest and the legacy phase. At the rest and legacy phase, what begins to happen is that the consequences of your decisions in your productive age will begin to catch up with you. All the choices you made, when you had the chance to make a choice, the results, they will begin to call the results at the rest and the legacy phase. And guess what? When you get to the rest and legacy phase, there are two consequences. Number one, the fact that it is called a rest phase doesn't mean you are going to rest. What will decide whether you will rest at this phase is based on the choices you made at the phase before. So for some persons, when they should be resting at the resting phase, they cannot rest. Instead, they are regretting. That when you see, God programmed this life to be governed by principles. So you see, what you do in that productive phase will now determine whether it is rest or regrets you will have here. And so many of us don't know that every day, as you wake up every single day, every day gives you the opportunity to make the choice that will determine whether or not you are going to rest or regret later on in life. So many of us will live our lives at the productive phase so carelessly. It's my life. I can live it the way I want. I can do anything I want. Very true. You are very correct. But the time is coming, you will not choose the consequence. The consequence will be a product of what you did here. And guess what? At least 90% of us, we are still at the productive phase. Why do we hold retreats? Why is it that once in a while, C2 Energy will organize a retreat? They will call us together and then come to talk to us. The only reason we keep meeting under this hot condition is that somebody is trying to help us to make better decisions at our productive phase of life, so that when we get to the other phase, we can afford to rest. But so many of us are joking with our lives here. We are joking with our lives here. The doctor that came yesterday, he came and gave us advice. Eat fruits, exercise, do everything. When you can do it, is here at the productive phase. Later on, when you get here, it is the results of the things you did or didn't do that will begin to play out. Guess what? Some of us, the choices we're already making. Let me make progress because of my time. So, that is why even the Holy Book said, walk while it is day, for the night is coming when no man can walk. To everything under the sun, there is a time and a season. A time is coming. You will wish you had the time to make the choices you are making right now, but by that time it is too late. For the night is coming. No matter how zealous you are, if you like, bring motivational speakers. Let them come and motivate you. You will want to walk, but by the fact and the truth of nature, you can no longer walk. You can no longer walk. Some of you, your leaders are begging you to take your serious business as if you are making money for them. Your leaders are begging you to take your life serious, and you'll be speaking grammar. After all, it's my life now. After all, it's my life. No problem. I hope it will still be your life when you get to the third phase. They are begging you, take this business, stop this, stop that, do this, do that. He said, why is he disturbing me? Why is he stressing me? In fact, I will leave the business for him. No problem. Walk while it is day, for the night is coming when no man can walk. Now listen, we live in a dual world, right? We live in a dual world. In this life, well, it is either positive or negative. In this life, it is either what? You are a saint or you are a sinner. It has to be one of the other. We live in a dual world, right? In this world, it is either what? It is either that you are what? You are successful or you are a failure. In this world, it is either that you are rich or you are poor. Everybody that is living in this life must live in one of the two worlds. Everybody that is here on earth, you must be on one of the two. It is either you are rich or you are poor. It is either you are successful or you are a failure. Now the question is, what is it that determines which side of the world of life that people live in? And that is why even the Christ himself had to make a statement. And he said, no matter what you do in this life, guess what? You will always have the poor amongst you. It is a statement of fact. If you like, do La Buena Vida. Carry La Buena Vida and go. Let the federal government of Nigeria sign and say that La Buena Vida Diamond Project is now a national project so that they can alleviate people from poverty. I promise you, people will still be poor. If you like, listen to me. Stop complaining that people are not joining your business. They are not meant to. Why? You will always have the poor among you. It's a statement of fact. You can change it. You can change it. So when that your prospect, you finish, guy, how far now? See, guy, you are broke. Nothing is working in your life. I've done this business. This business is working. Come and join this business so that you can change your life. He tells you, no, I am not interested. The poor you will always have among you. Why are you crying over another person's decision and choice? So the question is, what is it? What is it that determines what side of life people end up in? That's the question. If we live in a dual world, if there is the option of being rich or poor, if there is an option of being successful or being a failure, is there any natural order that does selective selection, whatever it is, right? Begins to select. It's okay, you. When they are giving birth to you, you are going to be poor. Okay, you. Okay, I like the way your face is. I be rich. The other one be rich. Can I announce to you that it is the same process of conception for both the poor and the rich? There's no difference. The same way a man will sleep with a woman and they get pregnant, it is the same thing for the poor and the rich. No difference. Even in the hospital, during delivery, it is the same delivery process for the poor or the rich. The only difference might be the conditions. The wealthy can afford a better condition, but guess what? It is still the same process. It is still the same woman that will still go into the theater and still bring out a baby. It is the same, telling you that by nature, by God's design, everybody is equal from birth. Everybody. It doesn't matter whether you are born into Dangote's family. It doesn't matter whether you are born into the beggar's family. Everybody, by natural order, everybody is equal. But what happens when people begin to live their lives? Differentiation begins to take place. certain things begin to happen that begins to separate men. Certain things begins to happen that begins to separate some persons. I say, okay, you, from what you are doing now, this is where you belong. This is the other side of the pole where you belong. And what is that thing that differentiates people, that determines what side of life? What I wanted to tell you is that God is innocent. God is not biased. God is not biased. Everybody came into the same process. Everybody will exit through the same process. But what happens is that while you live your life, the only powerful force that has the capacity to push some people to this side and push some persons to this side is called choice. Everybody is born the same. Everybody comes into this world the same. Everybody went through the same process of conception. There is no superior sperm cell. There is none. It is the same. But what happens is that when people begin to live their lives, they make choices that determines which side of life they are going to be. When people begin to play out their lives, they begin to make decisions that determines whether they are on the successful side or on the failure side. I have set before you this day life and death. Choose ye this day. The worst he can do, the highest he can do is to advise you. Oh, that's why you are in this business. You can choose to be serious. The highest we can do is to motivate you. The highest we can do is to inspire you. The highest we can do is to advise you. But guess what? The box stops at your table. So can I let you know? What is going to determine where you end up at the rest phase are the choices you are making every day. So now the question is, why is it that in this life we have more failures than successful people? The question is this: if I have a choice, if I have the option to determine where I'm going to be on the two sides of the divide, why is it that more persons are on the failure side than on the successful side? Why? Nobody dictates for you where to find yourself. But why is it that in the whole world we have 95% failures? Only 5% are succeeding. When we have the option of even succeeding, the question is why? Today is not the first time you are hearing that you have choice, that your life is a product of your choice. You have been to so many retreats. You've heard about it. You are aware. Some of you have even trained about choices. You have done millionaire school and trained. You know that your choices determines where you end up in life. Why are you still on the failing side? That's the question. You know what you need to do to succeed in this business. By the number of books you have read, your DTC should be flushing on every account. By the number of retreats you have attended, by now you should not be talking about struggling to make 1 million now. The question is, why are you not? Why is it that so many persons, even though they know what to do to still succeed, why are they still failing? This is because most people suffer from a disease, the disease of failure. And do you know the name of this disease? Do you know the name of this disease? It is called EXCUSITIS. It is the brother of meningitis. It is the sister of arthritis. They are all related. Have you not asked yourself? Some of you have, Ambassador Mike has laid his hand on you. You have even taken gifts to him. You have sowed seed in his life. Some of you have gone to go and lean down before your leader. He said, leader, pray for me. Pray for me. He has prayed for you. Laid both legs on you. Up till now, you are still failing. The only reason is this disease. The only reason you know what to do, but you are not doing what you know you should do to give you the results that you must have. That is it. Some of you have cured you for the year 2024. Because some of you come, boss, I'm doing everything. I don't know why I'm not succeeding. EXCUSITIS. I will show you how to know if you are suffering from this disease. Today, I am architect Dr. Moses Omi. I came to conduct autopsy on some people's life and their destiny. Now tell me, what is even this disease? What is this disease we are suffering from? A lot of us are suffering from this disease. We don't even know we are suffering from it. What is this disease? It is a mental condition of making excuses every time. You see that word every time there? It's highlighted red. That is the mental condition where people always get an alibi for why they are not doing what they are meant to do. The only reason you came for Emerge last year, you shouted, I must emerge. You finish shouting, you are back to Immersion now. You are back for Immersion. And what you are experiencing right now is thermal immersion. This kind of heat that is doing you now. So we are warrior leaders. You will still go back and come back next year. The only reason is because you are suffering from this disease. Today is not the first time you get your book filled with notes. You've been doing that for so many years. Hi. Ambassador Ronke said it yesterday. The thing slapped me. So some of you have attended 7 retreats, but you don't have 7 figures. This is the reason. Some of you are professors of network marketing. Broke. Even your family members don't even know you are doing a business that can pay. What are you suffering from? EXCUSITIS. Oh, you came back from Emerge, charged up, pumped up. You wrote your goals. You wrote your, everything you are going to. He said, this year, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But you are now back now. Say, God, last year, your leader is asking you, last year, you sent me a message on WhatsApp. And you said, I am going to buy my car this year. Watch me. Bros, I don't watch you. I no see you. I no see car. How far? They're asking you what's up. You tell your leader, sir, there are some unforeseen circumstances. You see, boss, when I was sending that in, they've not done election yet. They've not done election. So you see, after we went back, they now did election. And Tinubu now won. After Tinubu won, everything started going up. The prices of things are now up. Boss, do you know that people cannot afford 70,000 naira now? Boss, check out. Boss, are you not aware of what is happening? This amount is, and then the company now came and changed the thing. In fact, boss, did you see are you seeing the items in entry verse package? It's only 4 items, so only 4. But how will I sell 4 items for 70,000? So can I sell just 4 supplements? Boss, if they had even put toothpaste inside, it would have been better. Boss, it's only drugs and it's 4 drugs. 4. For boss, even if now you, will you close down somebody? Boss, there has not been product. When we came for a match, they told us that all our back orders are going to be sorted. Boss, till today, I still have back orders for 2 years. Even me, I don't have the conscience to go and talk to these people again. EXCUSITIS. That's the only reason. You've attended retreats upon retreats upon retreats, and there's no result. It is the disease, it is the mental condition of making excuse every time. Excuses that will not be offered by the successful. You are not the only one running this business. In this same time frame, some persons have become richer than they were. But how come you don't have the results? What else? Boss, you see, after that emergency, I went home. It was as if my husband was waiting for me at the front door. Immediately I entered the house. He locked the door and said, you will never go out for that business. Choose between this business and your marriage. Boss, do you want me to crash my home? Oh God. When God is going to judge all of us who are doing this business, I hope you know that thou art inexcusable, oh man. Are you aware? Because those same things you are using as reasons, others have used it as reasons to climb up. You are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. When you say it is husband, people like Ambassador David will come out and say, what did he say? What did your husband fight you the way mine fought me? Your own is only words of mouth. I still conquered. Some of you say, boss, you don't understand. The economy is hard. There's so people, I will go and run presentation. Nobody's signing up. People are no longer signing up. They can no longer pay. They are telling us that this thing is too expensive. This thing is too expensive. Boss, all the presentation I am going for, people are not signing up. I don't know what to do again. In fact, it's like I am thinking of quitting. Is it that you have quit already or you are still thinking? When you use that as an excuse, Ambassador Vinny will appear and ask you, what did you say? Did you hear when I said I traveled to 6 different states, jumping from one place to the other? I spent over 300,000 naira to run events that nobody signed up. How many of you have done that in your business? Your own is keke you are entering to be going to these places and they did not sign up. You are giving up. Somebody that spent on transportation and accommodation in 6 different states, nobody signed up. Is that not a sign from God that is not meant to be doing the business? Which other sign are you looking for? Listen to me. Listen to me. Men choose their destinies. Let me tell you that. God does not choose destinies for people. Men decide and they choose their destiny. Men make their destiny. Do you know why? Because you are created in the image and the likeness of God. You are a creator just like He is. How do you know you are suffering from excusitis? How do you know that you need to see a doctor, a consultant in C2NFG to cure you of this disease? What are the symptoms of excusitis? Whenever you find yourself explaining and explaining, rather than taking action and showing results, you are suffering from excusitis. Nobody is talking now. Oh, this chloroquine, they enter. When you find yourself always explaining. Why did you not attend cell meeting? Boss, today, EXCUSITIS. What happened? You have been requesting 10 per session. Now you are now requesting 2 per session. What happened? You begin explanation. You are suffering from EXCUSITIS. Send your KPI. Send your KPI. You did not send. They are now calling you. Why did you not send your KPI? Boss, if you see what happened today, EXCUSITIS. You know, even Paul said that the kingdom of God is not of words. Right? It's not of words. No be too much grammar they take, they do kingdom of God. Waiting they take, they do kingdom of God is power. Our business is not a business of words. It's a business of action. And when you find yourself talking more than you are acting, you are suffering from EXCUSITIS. How do you know you are suffering from EXCUSITIS? When what? When you post the same result. Every time is the same result. Every time is the same result. Over an extended period of time. Bros, waiting they hold you na EXCUSITIS. Since last year, you are struggling to earn 500K. This is 2 years in the business. You are still struggling to earn 500K. In the same business where people are making millions of naira. And you are struggling and you call it struggles. No, sir, it is not struggles. What you are suffering from is EXCUSITIS. Retreat after retreat. Retreat after retreat. You come back with the same result. Bros, you've done this business for 3 years, for 4 years, and you've not bought a car. You've not bought a car. At least a car, an evidence to show that you are doing something progressive. Why won't your family members discourage you from the business? Listen to me. Can I chip this? This is not part of my slap, but let me say this. This business is a show business. If you are 3 years, 4 years in this business, and people are still discouraging you, it is because they've not seen the result in your life. And they love you too much. They want you to make progress. That's why your husband is fighting you. That's why your wife is fighting you. How can you do this way for 3 years and there's nothing to show for it, and you expect me to keep quiet as your loved one? That's not possible. Since 3 years, you are still borrowing money from the same person. Somebody that refused to sign up in your business. You don't get shame. You still go and meet him. I beg. Send me 2K. I will send it back to you. You know, my company, I did the withdrawal, but they've not paid. So I'm going to give you. I will give you back. Why will he sign up into your business? Why should she sign up into your business? Till today, you've done this. You are still wearing the same shoe. You are still wearing the same clothes. There's no change year to year. Even your downlines are beginning to doubt whether the business is working. Because even Paul said, be ye followers of me as I am following Christ. Your downlines are looking for who to follow. When they look at you, did he say he has done this business for 4 years? No wonder some of you, your downlines will come and meet some leaders and say, please, is it possible to change team? Because no results. And all you are doing is explanation. You just they explain tire, no evidence. No evidence. Do you think my father will come and tell me not to do this business? Do you think my village people that don't want my success, with what they've seen, do you think they will come and advise me to quit this business? Why are your own advising you? No results. No evidence. That's because you are suffering from EXCUSITIS. You are even borrowing money from your downlines. And you have not paid. As we are coming from a match, some of you chatted, boss, that my money, can you send it? I want to use it for transportation. I said, my friend, be lawyer, I know, I can't. You are posting same results over an extended period of time. What you are suffering from is excusitis. You keep explaining your situation, justifying why you are still where you are with mediocre results. Wake up! Who is talking about making 2 million naira now? Who is talking about making 5 million naira now? People are taking territories. You are here managing 500k. And you have explanations for it. You have explanations. They ask you, they just touch you like this. You have given two essays of the reasons why you are posting the same results. Oh, some of us don't love ourselves. Oh, some of us don't love ourselves. You were complaining that your boss, where you were working before you joined this business, was only paying you 70k and it was not enough. He was only paying you 150k and it was not enough. Now God has given you the opportunity to pay yourself. Look at what you are paying yourself. Some of you, your bosses are better than you. You are a worse boss. Excusitis. You are in a business that has the capacity to pay you anything you want to earn. All you need to do is to brace up, fold your sleeves, get to work, and grind as if your life depends on it, and change your results. You are giving explanations, settling for crumbs when you should be eating from the king's table. Did you hear him, Global Chairman, yesterday? He said he was at the dinner with the president of Nigeria. What took him there? AIM Global took him there. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He will stand before kings and not mere men. Some of you, even mere men, you know, see, because of your excusitis. Even men are not inviting you. They are not inviting you. They blocked you. They are not talking to you. And you are in the same business that is bringing men before kings. How do you know you are suffering from excusitis? When everything and everyone is wrong except you. You are the only one that is correct. Your leader is trying to tell you, do it like this, do it like that. No. That's why you've done the business for 2 years. Office rent you can't pay. Office rent you can't pay. Office rent you can't pay. Some of you are giving people reason to badmouth this business because of your lack of results. Because of your lack of results. It pains me. I bleed. Because people will have regard. You are meant to be lights in your own corners. Everybody else is wrong. You are the only one who is correct. You are suffering from excusitis. That's what you are suffering from. Follow me, let's go. Who are the patients of excusitis? There are some people that have been admitted in the hospital on account of excusitis. Who are they? They are cowards. Cowards make excuses. They are the ones who make excuses. You heard Ambassador Sam was saying it the other day. He said, when you are exhausted, you begin to run from the things you should be taking care of. You begin to run away from the things you are meant to confront and overcome. You are not delegating your down. Like you are having a big presentation. Like all of them, they sweated and they invited people. All they just needed was for you to come. Just come and share your testimony and help them close. You are defecting. You are a coward. Making excuses. You can't take responsibility for your actions and your decisions. You are a coward. It's only cowards that allow other people's opinion to affect their decisions. Do you know how many people have quit this business because of what others are saying? Some of you are contemplating quitting. In fact, you had quit. You had gone on retirement. Your leader had to beg you to bring you out of retirement to attend the immersion. Maybe God will save you. Why? My boyfriend said he doesn't like the business. My family members say he doesn't like the business. My dad said I should not do it. My husband say I should not do it. Okay, no wahala. I hope when you need 1 million, your boyfriend will say, make you not do the business, will give you the 1 million without stories. You will quit the business. Then when you need the money, you will go to people who refuse to quit the business and you are begging them for loan. Shame on you. Cowards make excuses. Who are the people who are suffering from this? The lazy people. Lazy people. People who don't want to work, yet they want to earn. You are not willing to work. This business is stressful. When I was saying, you people did not tell me that this is how it is. Excuse me. Have you ever tried creating wealth before? Laziness everywhere. Horton Box said while he was building his business, he was having home lunches back to back to back to back to back to back. That's what Ambassador Mike was saying yesterday. He said, some of you say, sir, you say I should take 1 day off. He said, how many codes did you generate this week? He said, it's only 2. You have taken the whole week off now. Lazy people everywhere. People who love rest. They love rest more than they love work. That's why they are always looking for the magic pill. What is that script? Which script did you? Hey, some people are already disturbing Ambassador Didi. He said, hey, ma, you said there was one script you gave them and everywhere was full. Please, can I get that script? Let me just get that script. You come by hand, guys, I've gotten the magic script. Oh yeah, everybody use it. Before you know it, now so they go cast the script. Lazy people, mentally lazy. People who don't want to take their time and develop themselves and make sure that they are growing. They are begging you to attend cell meeting every day. Just 1 hour. Just 1 hour. You are wondering why your business is not succeeding. You are a patient in the hospital. Laziness. Send your KPI for heaven's sake. How many minutes does it take to prepare KPI and send? Boss, throughout today, I was very, very busy. Some of you are busier than Ambassador Mike. Yet your account balance is not busy as his own. Laziness. This is the major issue with a lot of connectors. That's why you come for retreat. You will finish shouting. I'm unstoppable. I'm a Porsche with the Nakeke. You be Porsche. That's why when you go back, you begin to behave like Keke. You know, Keke, you'll be driving, it will be doing like this. It will not go. That's the same way you are building your business. Rather than taking speed, you are there lazing around. I am wondering why, year to year, nothing is changing in your business. Kill that laziness before it kills you. Who are the people suffering from EXCUSITIS? Failures. People who have no results. Year in, year out, you keep making New Year resolution. How many times have you had meetings with your teammates and you told them, guys, the game has changed. We are back from immersion and everything has changed now. Are you ready? If you are ready, somebody tell me I'm ready. 48 hours later, they are looking for the change leader. Change leader will assign somebody to do his job. It's okay, just do. You know, we just came back from immersion. It was 3 days. And if you see the hall, even you cannot stay inside. And the doctor told us that we need to have restorative sleep. So I'm just about to start my restorative sleep. You did not go for immersion. Please handle the cell meeting. I will join you later. No wonder 3 years later you have nothing to show for it. No wonder. You know, I'm not here to list the, you know the excuses you make. You know them. What I'm simply trying to let you know that those excuses you'll be making, that's why you are where you are. That's all. You are loyal. You are grinding. Abi, you think you are grinding, right? You're doing everything. But you know. So guess what? Who are the people who do this? Are poor. Broke people. You see, there is a relationship between poverty and excuses. Anybody who makes excuses is never wealthy. Never. So if you find yourself always looking for money, always struggling for money, go and check. You are making excuses. Because can I announce to you that to every challenge, to every difficulty, there is a solution. There is. The reason Nigeria is the what? Is the poverty capital of the world is because of EXCUSITIS. The citizens are making excuses. Don't you know we are from Nigeria? In this country, there is nothing that works. Our leaders don't care about the people. They just come. After we cast our vote, they'll just go and do whatever they want. This one, that one. The government are not caring for the masses. This one, that one, that one. Broke people talk. See, the only solution is for us to jackpot. They will sell their only land. They will sell their car. And then jackpot, they will go and meet the higher level of poverty. In pounds. Call the people who jackpot last year. Go and ask them how far. Bros, what's up? Have you come join you? Some of them will not even pick your call. EXCUSITIS. Let me make progress. Now, please. Whenever you find yourself making excuses, it is either you are already a coward, or you are lazy, or you are a failure, or you are a poor man, or you are on your way to becoming one. Show me how you live your life every day, and I can predict your future. I can predict what your rest and legacy phase is going to look like. Come and do a business that will change your life. Build this business. You are making excuse with your job. Your job. You are not employed now. We are civil servants. That's why you've remained a servant all your life. Don't worry. The next phase of life is coming. The result will show. It will show. That's why at 50, 60, you are still paying house rent. Oh, a man was in my office just last week before I came for immersion. The man is in his 60s. He had seen this business, right? And then he signed up into the business, but did not take the business seriously. And you know what he said? He came out and told me, Moses, I need to build this my business. He said, can you imagine that by now I am still paying house rent? I'm still paying house rent. Keep making excuses. Some of you are just 22. But the kind of excuse you're already giving, where you are going to end up in your rest and legacy phase, now mud house and thatch house, now you go end. With the kind of you are this young and you have started making this kind of excuses you are making already. Where you will end. Be waiting for your leader to motivate you. No, keep waiting. How many of you know this woman? How many of us know this woman? Is she not popular? How many of you know her? Do you know her? It's a yes or no answer. You don't know her? Okay. You don't even know her name. But do you know that she's 73 years old? Didi, is this 10 or 20? How many of you know her net worth? How many of you can guess her net worth? Now, do you know that sometime in this woman's life, she had the opportunity to make decisions and choices that would have guaranteed that she did not end up here? Oh, but when she had the time to do that, when she had the opportunity to make some choices that would have made sure she did not end up here, she was busy making excuses. Oh, I'm not from a rich background. Oh, my parents did not send me to school. Oh, this one, that one, that one. She kept making the excuses. When she's supposed to be resting and enjoying her legacy, this is where she is. I say, some of you, the kind of excuse you are making, this woman will be better than you. I'm not joking, no. Because some of you that are listening to me, you will still quit this business. You are saying, Cha, we said it in a month and some people still quit. They said it's not my portion. Today, they are not in this portion now. It will still happen. But please tell me, do you know this woman? Do you know her? Please, if you know her, tell me her name. Folarunsho Alakija. How old is she? Does she look like a 73-year-old? This is the same age mate to that same woman. But the difference between what happened was that the choices that they made. The choices that they made was what determined where they ended at the age of 73. What choices are you making today? I ask you again, what choices are you making today? Some of you are using your hand and you are building your own graveyard. The same 73-year-old, look at her net worth. She's a billionaire in dollar. Somebody will say, but you know, her parents were rich now. Her parents sent her to school abroad now. This one, that one, this one, the other. Can I announce to you that it was not the school that made her wealthy? It was not the kind of upbringing she had that made her wealthy. When she became of age, she had to start making decisions for herself. When Nigerian companies were given the right to begin oil exploration, she applied. As a woman, she applied. During Obasanjo's tenure, for 3 good years, they denied her approval for her oil well. 3 years, she did not give up. She kept going. She kept going. She kept going. She kept showing up until she eventually got the license. Now, this is the interesting part. Even after she got the license, mind you, they were spending money every day for this oil exploration. Somebody had done something consistently for 12 good years and there is no result. Why wasting the resource? That was enough reason for her to quit. That was more than enough reason for her to quit. She did not. 13 years, no oil, she did not. 14 years, no oil, she did not. Until the 15th year, that was when they discovered oil. How many of you will still be in this business if after 1 year you did not earn nothing? But you see, she had the choice to either continue or to stop. Please tell me, how many of you know this man? Tell me his name. What's his name? What's his net worth? What's his net worth? Nobody knows, right? Beautiful. But how many of you know this guy? How many of you know this guy? What's his name? Cosmas Maduka. He's the same age as the other man, but look at his net worth. Decisions make men. Somebody say, the other man is in the village. Can I tell you this man's story? His father died when he was in primary 3. He was still in primary 3 and he's lost his dad. Some of you are disturbing us here that you are an orphan. Nobody to help you. His father died when he was in primary 3. He started selling akara with his younger one until he was 7 years old. Just to tell you how old he was when his dad died. Guess what? They sent him to go and do apprenticeship. Right? With his uncle. Right? And he worked for his uncle for 7 good years. By this time, he is 14 years old. Igbo people knows that when you do apprenticeship for at least 7 years, what should follow afterwards? Settlement. But guess what? The uncle refused to settle him. The uncle sent him back home without anything at the age of 14. His mother was just an akara seller. Oh, this guy had legitimate excuse to give up on life. He had legitimate excuse. But guess what? He is a champion and he's not suffering from EXCUSITIS. The guy kept finding a way. The guy kept finding a way. Today, right now, this guy is a multi-billionaire. What are your excuses again? He's a multi-billionaire. So can I let you know as I round up and I get off this stage? Can I tell you something? Guess what? Listen to me. The cumulative effect of your excuse today is that you will become unknown tomorrow. Keep making the excuses you are making. Don't worry. Somebody will show your picture in a conference of thousands of people and they say they don't know you. The same way I posted a picture of some persons in this country and nobody knew them. Why? Because all their lives, when they had the chance to make choices that will affect their generations, they were busy making excuses. Keep making the excuse. You will become an unknown quantity. You will become unknown. Some of you, 50, 100 years from now, even your grandchildren will not know your name. I'm not joking. It is that serious. Even your grandchildren will not know your name because of the kind of excuses you are making. I saw somebody posted something about Dr. Paul Eneche's daughter that got married, right? So the person wrote her name. What's that her name again? Becky, right? No, Becky is the mother. With Deborah, yes. Beautiful. They wrote her name. The girl is married. When you marry, your surname should change. Is it not true? When they wrote this girl's name, they still wrote Dr. Paul Eneche as part of the name. Then the husband's surname now came later. I now asked the person who posted, I say, the babe don't marry. Her surname has not changed. He said, no, she is still answering Dr. Paul Eneche so that you go know, say, na her papa. Do you know the comment I made afterwards? I said, so, now poor man picking the rush change surname. You are laughing, not be true. There are some people that their parents did not make excuses. The parents' name is opening doors for them. Why should they change it to Mbeke and Okafor? Live a life that even your great-grandchildren will still be bearing your name. What do you think is happening to the Clinton family till today? What do you think is happening to the world? All those U.S. presidents' families today. Do you think that Bill Gates' great-grandchildren will still take that surname? It is called the Bill Gates family. One man refused to make excuse, and the name is still serving for generations. Some of you, the last time they will hear your name is when your obituary is announced. God forbid. But that is it. No, it's a serious matter. It's because we don't tell ourselves this truth. That's why you are lazying around. That's why we're lazying around. We are joking with our lives. We fail to understand that our life is in transit. We are on transit. You only have a time to be in the field. Some of us will only last in the memories just 2 months after we are dead. Just 1 year after we are dead. And nobody remembers us again. Why? Because throughout our lives, we were busy making excuses. Some of you, as you are not in your office right now, your downlines at home, they are thanking God you are not around. Listen, the excuses that are so convenient for you today will cost you dearly tomorrow. I'm done. The excuses that are so convenient for you today, the opportunity costs. If God will open your eye to see it, that's why I say you don't need your leader to motivate you to be serious. It's because you can't see it. You can't. Some of you, your excuses will not just cost you. It will cost your children. It will even cost your third generation. Some of you don't understand the gravity of the excuses we are making today. They are begging you to be serious. They are begging you to take your life serious. Build this business seriously. Grind out your way out of where you are right now. They are busy making excuses. I had opportunities to make excuses, my brothers, my sisters. I did. I had legitimate excuses not to build this business. I had legitimate excuses not to build this business. Somebody saw a vision and he heard from God that this business is not for a believer like me. That somebody like me that wants to go to heaven should not do this business. He saw it. God spoke to him. God, Almighty God, that cannot speak to me, spoke to him. Saw revelation. It was not only me he saw revelation for. He saw revelation for Dr. Mbatu. I'm not joking. And guess who is seeing the revelation? An undergraduate. Where they pay school fees for. He's seeing revelation. But I refused. Oh, I had legitimate excuses, guys. Have you ever had someone come out in a crowd in your city, somebody that came out in front of a crowd of over 20,000 persons and called your office address in that crowd and announced to the whole world that anybody that calls you and invites you to that office, that they are networkers, don't go? Is that not the day that the business has ended? I'm talking about a crusade where Don Moine was there, live and direct. The MC picked up a mic and he stood there and said that there is a set of people. This was happening in 2019. My teammates are here. That there's a group of people now who are calling people, inviting them, say they are calling them for a non-governmental something. There is no non-governmental anything. That when you go there, it is networking, no, don't go. My teammates came back and they were telling me, boss, our business is finished. Said, you know, this was announced. And I remembered what Dr. Mba told me. And I asked him, what's the population of Enugu? He said, about 3 to 5 million. I said, beautiful. Subtract 20,000 from 3 to 5 million. What is the remaining balance? We never start. Because I didn't listen. Oh, my church members ostracized me. I promise you they did. Do you know when you come for choir rehearsal and everybody has a seat, they give you backbench because you decided to do network marketing. I had excuses. I did. And in 2022, Grass to Grace, I shared this picture, right? I shared this picture. And I heard some comments afterwards. Somebody said, he told us he's building a house. It's even an uncompleted house. He went and brought and he's showing us. Who was he trying to motivate by that? Please, I don't know if that person is in this meeting right now. Please, give him belly. Give me volume. Give me volume. Do I have volume? Do I have volume? I need volume, please. I need volume. I need volume. This is what happens when you refuse to make excuses. This is what happens when you treat yourself of excusitis. This is what happens when you stay focused and you refuse to be distracted. This is what happens when you refuse to give in to other person's opinion. This is what happens when you face your life and you push irrespective of what is fighting you. I still don't have volume. Don't worry. Don't bother. Just watch. As I leave the stage, take this advice. Do not choose rest in the days of labor, so you don't labor in the days of rest. Thank you and God bless.